Name is familiar, Senator. The details of the case are not coming to hand at the moment.
Do you remember being reversed in that case?
Senator, I don't recall offhand at the moment with that case.
Kennedy read through case after case, 10 in a row, where this nominee's rulings were reversed. Then he asked him to define a Brady motion. Welcome to American hearings. The nominee's answer is the most concerning part of the entire exchange.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Judge, Counselor, congratulations. I want to be sure I understand your records. We'll start with Judge Cruz. Judge Cruz, you handled a case called Vianet Operating Group v. Maurice. Is that right?
That's correct, Senator.
And you were reversed in that case. Is that right?
Yes, Senator.
You handled a case called Moodin v. University of Colorado. Is that right?
I believe so, Senator, yes.
And you were reversed in that case, right?
I believe a portion of my recommendation was reversed, yes.
Okay. Did you handle a case called Vreeland v. Vigil?
Yes, Senator.
And you were reversed in that case too?
A portion of that was reversed as well, yes.
Okay. Did you handle a case called Vreeland v. Olson?
Yes, Senator.
And were you reversed in that case too?
A portion of that was reversed as well, yes.
Okay. You handled a case called Key Bank National Association v. Williams. Is that right?
Yes, Senator.
Were you reversed in that case?
Senator, I've issued over 1,500 recommendations and orders over the course of my 4 years on the bench, and that is one that was partially reversed, yes.
Okay. You handled a case called Renault v. Cardenas. Do you remember that case?
Yes, Senator.
And you were reversed in that case too?
A portion of that was reversed as well.
Do you remember a case called Janney v. Gomez?
Yes, Senator.
And were you reversed in that case?
A portion of that was reversed as well, Senator.
Okay. How about a case, do you remember this case, Judge? Schwartz v. City of Denver?
The name is familiar, Senator. For all the cases I've handled, I'm not recalling particulars about that case.
Okay. Do you remember being reversed in that case?
Senator, I'm not specifically recalling that case.
Okay. Do you remember a case called Lucas v. Board of Commissioners of Larimer County?
The name is familiar, Senator. The details of the case are not coming to hand at the moment.
Do you remember being reversed in that case?
Senator, I don't recall offhand at the moment with that case.
Do you remember a case called Brooks v. Colorado Department of Corrections?
Yes, Senator.
Were you reversed in that case?
I'm not recalling offhand if that was one where I had a partial reversal.
Okay. Do you remember a case called ACV Jefferson County School District?
Yes, Senator.
Were you reversed in that case?
I was partially reversed in that case as well.
Okay. You remember a case called Blake v. United States?
The name sounds familiar, Senator.
Okay. Do you remember being reversed in that case?
I don't specifically recall that particular case.
Okay. Well, I've got others here, cases that you handled in which you were reversed. Tell me why you've been reversed so often, Judge.
Well, Senator, as I indicated, I've issued over 1,500 recommendations and orders over the course of my career. When I approach any of these cases, I approach them all in the same fashion, which is to analyze the law, analyze the Supreme Court and 10th Circuit precedent that bears on those cases, and I apply those cases to the law or to the facts of that case. As a magistrate judge, many of those are recommendations that are made which are reviewed de novo. I respect the decisions of those district judges who viewed those circumstances differently.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. Tell me how you analyze a Brady motion.
How I analyze a Brady motion?
Yes, sir.
Senator, in my 4.5 years on the bench, don't believe I've had the occasion to address a Brady motion. in my career.
Do you know what a Brady motion is?
Senator, in my time on the bench, I've not had occasion to address that, and so it's not coming to mind at the moment what a Brady motion is.
Do you recall the U.S. Supreme Court case Brady v. Maryland?
I do recall the name of the case, Senator, yes.
And what did it hold?
I believe that the Brady case, Senator, I believe the Brady case involves something regarding the Second Amendment. It is not, I've not had occasion to address that. If that issue were to come before me, I would certainly analyze that Supreme Court precedent and apply it as I would need to the facts in front of me.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. We'll give Senator Tillis a moment to settle in. He'll be right.
Welcome back to American Hearings. Kennedy's approach here is methodical and exhaustive, naming case after case by title, asking whether the nominee handled it, and confirming whether each was reversed on appeal. The nominee handled roughly 1,500 recommendations over 4 years, and a number of named cases were partially or fully reversed. The nominee's defense is reasonable on its face. Magistrate judge recommendations are reviewed de novo by district judges who sometimes weigh the same facts differently. That's a structural feature of the role, not necessarily a competence failure. The Brady motion question is where the exchange becomes genuinely concerning. Brady v. Maryland is foundational criminal procedure, the constitutional requirement that prosecutors disclose evidence favorable to the defense. The nominee says he hasn't had occasion to address it in 4.5 years on the bench, and when pressed on what the case actually held, mistakenly associates it with the Second Amendment. For a nominee seeking a more permanent judicial role, that gap in foundational knowledge is the kind of finding that tends to follow a nominee through the rest of a confirmation process. Subscribe to American Hearings.